What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and we have a totally different background this time. This is not how I really wanted to do it, but I thought, why not add it into a live? First off, I was going to do a video where and I hear me echoing already, but I was going to have a video where I actually do this, but I'm going to make it a live stream instead. So I think it'd be easier doing it this way. Who knows? We'll find out. I'm going to actually do the video, go through it, and then we can have a little Q&A after, okay? So with that being said, as you can see by the title below, we're going to talk about how to get a guy to like you in one day or on one date. And I know I'm in the way, so sorry, I'll move out of the way. As you can see, I have, if you guys read my guide and stuff, of course, you will see that I have the predating, the things you need to have down. Actually, confidence should be on there too. You need to have, do I have my pen somewhere? I need to write, hold on, I'll be right back. I got to write that down, that's important. Confidence, you got to have that too. Or you got to have some of that confidence, okay? So, the things you need to do before the date, right? Talking to where you meet, first impression, creating the desire, limiting your red flags. You know all these things already. Does he actually want the same thing as you? And your confidence, of course. Then we're going to go on to minimal texting and actually getting the damn date. That's the problem a lot of women have. They do too much of this, not enough of this. You need that, okay? And then if you can see here, we have your goal is on the date is to get the second date. Now, the way you do that, of course, is limit the red flags, go down, of course. That's why I got that messed up little down sign. And then work on these things right here, okay? Sexual tension, rapport, be fun, be an escape, all that nice shit. You already know. And, of course, escalate. A lot of you don't escalate either, from what I hear from my clients. A lot of my clients don't escalate. And then, of course, if you actually like him, if you actually like the guy, and he did a good job courting you, you'll want to see him again. Here, if you want to see him again, right, kiss him. Fuck that conservative value shit. Kiss him. Kiss him, damn it. You have to kiss him at the end of the date if you like him, okay? If you don't like him and it wasn't fun, you don't want to see him again, don't. But if you do, kiss him, okay? I'm telling you, that's very, very important to do, okay? So, we're going to jump into this part real fast. If you guys read my book, Manology, hopefully you have, and I talk about it in my value guide a little bit, there are things you need to do first, and I call that the predating. That's everything up till the first, or that's everything up until the actual date, okay? And one of the most important things is here, you need to, depending on where you meet him. And here's why I say that. Women always say, you already know my stance online, right? About online dating and Tinder and stuff. It works, but you're gonna have to kiss a lot of toads to find that guy. Okay, so you have to meet a guy in the right circumstances. And again, there's nothing wrong with online dating. There could be a guy on there who wants the same thing as you. However, a lot of times a guy doesn't go on Tinder to find his soulmates. A lot of the time he doesn't go on OkCupid, eHarmony, Match, Plenty of Fish to find a girlfriend, to find a soulmate. It's usually because he can't get anyone in the real world, or he's a low ego man and he wants the ego boost, okay? So that makes a big difference. And that, not only that, well, that kind of links to this, right? Does he want the same thing as you? But not only that, you have competition, okay? You have a lot of competition. You already know that. And these things might not sound important. I know a lot of women, see, here's the problem a lot of women have. They don't focus on where they don't see any of these as a problem, right? They don't see any of these things as a problem. They see all this as, oh, I'm just trying to find a guy. I'm just trying to meet a guy, find the one for me, blah, blah, blah. But here's the problem with that. Oh, I mean, that's fine, but this is the foundation. A lot of women focus on, well, when I meet the guy, that's when all this stuff takes place. That's when all this stuff matters. And that's not true. You have to focus on where you're meeting him, okay? That makes the biggest difference. Again, I'm not saying it's wrong to meet someone online, because you can find a great guy online. However, a lot of the times you're in shit. You're in trouble, okay? Because 9 times out of 10 you're kissing a toad. And so not only, so does he want the same thing as you, right? Does he have, you have competition, number 2. That's another thing. 3, the stigma with online dating. Women always would tell me, well, I can meet the same guy in person during the day. You always say go out and find a guy during the day or here or there or whatever. But that same guy can be online dating. And you're exactly right. But it's the stigma that goes on with it. It's like putting on a lens, right? It's like a guy puts on some glasses with a certain lens. And everything you do or say or whatever that happens through that lens comes off that way or that different way, right? So when he's online and he's hitting you on you online, that's much different than if you were to come up to him out. I mean, he's in a certain mindset here, right? He's in a certain mindset. And that's very important when you're trying to attract a guy, because he, there's a reason he's online. Okay, again, it's not to find his soulmate, hon. There's a reason he's actually online. So that makes the biggest difference. And if you were to walk up to him during the day, say at a Starbucks or something, you're going to catch him off guard. He's not in that state of mind. He's actually, getting a good ego boost, because a good-looking woman like yourself came out of nowhere and said, well, damn, you're a good-looking guy. What's going on, Bob? I mean, you don't actually say that, but that's how you're coming off. And the guy's going to get the ego boost, okay? So he's not going to need to do the online dating and stuff like that. It's something different. It's like throwing a wrench in there, right? It's changing up the sequence. Very, very important. Of course, the next thing is your first impression. You have to have a good first impression. First impressions are everything. They are everything. Without it, you're pretty much screwed, okay? How you come off, like I said, it's the predating. How you come off sets up all this, okay? Let me get on something. These two right here, I'm going to put these two together. First impression and creating desire, and maybe limiting red flags. All those together, okay? All those together, all those circles through it, all those determine this, okay? And determine the texting. A lot of women want to get on me saying, why isn't he texting me back? Why isn't he texting me back? Why isn't he doing this? Why isn't he doing that? Well, the reason isn't because you're texting, even though texting's boring and it sucks and it's slow. That's not the real actual reason. The thing is, you got to focus on those 3 to get these things, okay? If you have a good first impression, you're creating desire, and you're showing him that you're girlfriend material and by limiting your red flags, well, guess what? He's going to want to text more. He's going to want to actually get the date, okay? These are very, very important things to have. And, of course, I don't need to go into detail on this. I just said this right here. Is this the same thing as that? And confidence. You already know that's everything, okay? That's everything. So when you set, this is like a prerequisite, right? This isn't actually how to get the guy in a day, but these are things you need to set up, okay, for the date. So once you do that, you do the minimal texting. Simple as that, okay? You do the minimal texting, which is where, let's say you actually do meet the guy online. You text minimally online. You text. A lot of women are afraid of giving their numbers online. Like, why are you all afraid of giving your numbers online? If the guy sends you something and he starts getting sexual, just block him, just like you'd block him online. No difference, okay? Minimal texting. You got to text in between. You got to text a little bit, give it some space, text a little bit, give it some space, and make a date, and then text minimally between the dates, right? And then go from there. Here's the thing. The more you text, the more intel you're giving him. And it could be good or bad, but most of the time it's really, really bad. Okay? It could be all good if you know what you're doing, but 99% of you don't know what you're doing. Over texting meaningless shit. Hey, what's up? What's going on? Like just texting him to get him to text you back, or texting because you want to hear from him. All bullshit. That's bullshit. Don't get that shit out of here. Guys don't want to hear that, okay? That kills attraction. And that's why I always say minimal texting. It's not so much that texting's bad. I mean, over time it becomes a hassle. It becomes a chore. It feels like it's a pain in the ass. but it's not so much that it's a bad thing as that, or as much as it's a vehicle, or it's a tunnel for making mistakes. Like the more you do it, the more likely you are to make a mistake. And a lot of women, almost every one of you, will make a mistake texting. So it's better just to limit it and get the date and win him over in person. Win him over in person. Right here. Look, I know you can't read that because my big ass head's in the way. That's everything. That is everything. That's why you got to get the date. This literally is 10 times stronger than probably this, right? This is nothing. This might be a negative, actually. That might be a negative, depending on how you do it. Now, when you give number, what about when, hold on, because they find out your Facebook. Well, okay, he finds out your Facebook. Don't worry about that. I mean, just don't add them. Block them. I'm your favorite dating coach. I like to hear that. Thank you. Minimal texting, okay? Get the date. You win him over in person. That's why. You can create so much more chemistry, rapport, communication, depth, right? Attraction. 100 times more, right? Let's put 100 times more. In person. That's just how it works, okay, hon? You just do better in person. And then, of course, when you're on the date, the next thing you want to do is actually try to get the second dates. Now, you don't do that by asking. You just do that by the following. You limit red flags. Red flags would be talking about your future, or talking about the future, what you guys are, coming off too strong, talking about titles, talking about your past, your exes, how you were hurt, all that kind of stuff. Stay in the moment. Talk about things that don't matter, okay? Talk about favorites. Talk about ask fun questions. Would you rather questions? Ask just funny jokes, stories. Talk about have stories. People relate so much more to stories than they do questions. Have some stories. Make each other laugh. Let him do a lot of the talking, for crying out loud. Men love to talk. Let him do the talking. Okay. If he brings it on to you, switch it back on him. You have to make him talk about himself, and you just go along with it. He'll fall for it. They always do. Okay, so limit the red flags. Stop talking about the bullshit. Stop talking about the title. Stop talking about the ex. Stop talking about how you were hurt from the past and how you're being, and how you want to be serious now. And just as a woman talks about that shit, I'm just counting down the time to get out of there. Okay. The next thing you gotta do, right here, create sexual tension. Most important thing. Guys are visual, sexual, and physical by nature. You have to do that. Okay. You can do that by looking deep into his eyes, laughing what he says, closing the proximity, touching him, things like that, okay? Next is build rapport. If you want to worry about, or if you want to know how to build a deep rapport, get my value guide. Very, very, very important. Get the value guide. Next is be fun, be an escape, okay? When a guy goes on a date with a girl, you have to assume he likes you, okay? At that moment in time. Maybe right after he hates your guts and doesn't text you again, but at that time when he makes the decision to go on a date with you, you have to assume he likes you. A lot of the times, a guy wants to get away from bullshit, work, family, friends, stress, drama, all that kind of stuff. Do not be the woman who he thinks he's getting away from stress and drama, and then when he starts dating you, it's stress and drama. You start pressuring him, bringing up titles, bringing up drama with your drama, your friends, how much you hate your work and how you want to change your life because your life's so fucking miserable. All that shit. Cut that shit out. You want to be fun. You want to be an escape, okay? And let me give you a great example of this. I talked about it before in one of my several of my videos where I dated a girl who lived 3 hours away, okay? We were from the same town, but we ended up going to different colleges, and she ended up moving 3 hours away. I had no problem talking to her from a distance and actually driving up there, seeing her because of how fun and awesome she was. During that distance, she didn't pressure me. She texted me when she could. I text her when I could. A little texting back and forth. Great. Before I knew it, it was time to go see her again. I had no problem. Even if I was the one always making the drive, I had no problem driving up there 3 hours to see her because she was so fun. She was awesome. When I was down there, I would stay down there for a couple days, 2 or 3 days, the weekend. Get away from work, stress, I just got out of college at the time, so just wanting to be free, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. It was just perfect. It was just very relaxing. Love that about her. And of course, escalation. You have to escalate. Value is created through escalation, moving forward, progression, so on and so forth. If you do not do that, you got a problem, hon. You have to escalate. If you're not escalating, then you're stagnant, right? If you're maintaining, then you're falling behind. That's just how it is. You have to keep moving forward, okay? And of course, this is one that no coach really talks about, but there are studies here. This is something I always do with women, and this is why I do pretty well on first dates. I'll say I do really well on first dates. I always get a second date if I get a first date. Let's just say it like that, okay? And problem is I haven't had a first date in a long time. But is to move to 3 places. There's several psychological studies, and this is something that men were taught to a lot in dating guides and books. And it's to take a girl to 3 places, okay? And the study behind it shows that when a girl and a guy move from place to place, psychologically your brain takes that as having 3 different dates, okay? Or building depth with the girl. So, for example, sometimes what I would do with the girl is we'll go do something. We'll go out to eat, right? Then we'll go do something, and then after we'll go for a walk. Or we'll go do something, or whatever it is. And that builds a lot more depth than if you were just to go out and have a cup of coffee. That having a cup of coffee gives the vibe off of like we're just filling each other out. Or going out to eat just gives that vibe of just filling each other out. But you build solid foundation with someone if you go out to eat first, then you go do a little something, and then you go on a walk after. Sometimes I'll take a girl on an errand, right? So I'll go out to eat. Then I'll go do whatever. Then I'll say, hey, can we stop by the store real fast? I got to go buy blah, blah, blah. And that sounds kind of ridiculous. Like you're really going to take a girl on an errand or you're going to take a girl to a store. It's like, well, here's the thing. If you're doing your job correctly, the attraction's still there. But what makes it more important is the authenticity of it. Like you guys liked my videos, for example, because a lot of the times I just shoot the shit, I'm real, and I was in my car for 200 something of those videos, okay? You like the authenticity of it. Even though it wasn't professional, I was still in my car. The same thing applies here. People like authenticity. They like seeing behind the scenes. She likes seeing how I am off a date. And she actually likes seeing how I am in person. And when I say, hey, let's go do this real fast, so let's stop by here, I got to grab something, that makes a huge difference. Even if I were to say something like, hey, I need some groceries tomorrow to make a smoothie. Can we stop by the store so I can grab them so I don't have to go out later or tomorrow morning? Whatever. She'd be like, yeah, sure. We'll go stop by the store, grab them. And now I have a reason to bring her back to my place. See, simple things like that, okay? She ain't gonna let no Barry sit in the car and get all nasty, would she? What kind of woman would do that? So, I mean, it's just things like that. That's very, very important to have. Take someone on 3 dates, okay? Even if it's you. If he's not doing it, then you need to do it. If you're going out to eat and that's all he wants to do, say something right after. Say you got to go do something real fast, okay? And ask if he wants to come along. Something, okay? You have to do something. You have to take someone to 3 places. Makes all the difference. And of course, at the end of all that, see, this all adds up for me every time. It's like a system for me. I know that sounds bad, but it really is. I take girls to 3 places. Let's say I go run an errand with her. I obviously have to go back to my place, or I have to go back and do something, whatever. Bam! I'm gonna kiss her. I'm not gonna kiss him. I'm gonna kiss her. This is my best friend Dylan. I love him to death. I'll kiss him. He's awesome. But he's a great guy, good friend. Probably because I haven't seen him in 10 years either. But right here, I'd kiss the girl. It ends on a good note, okay? Ends on a great note. Sometimes it's better if a guy doesn't go too far and make the girl feel uncomfortable. He cuts it short and leaves her wanting more. Same thing with the women, okay? Sometimes it's better if a woman shows through all this that she's going to do, that she's really interested in him, really, really interested, and then she gives him a good makeout session for about 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and then she pulls away and she says she hopes to do it again, okay? Sometimes that's just some strong shit. Seduction or abduction. It's both. This is the seduction and abduction. I like that. I'm just telling you how it is, ladies. So starting from the beginning, look, pre-dating, you do all that, you're great. Text minimally, get him in person, okay? Get the date, win him over in person. You're much more likely to have a date. The more time you spend here, wrong, right? The more time you spend here, you're going to fail miserably. You're going to fail miserably, okay? You want this. This is what you want. You want that, okay? The more the merrier here. You get, okay? When you're on the date, this right here will get this. That will get that, okay? If you do all that correctly, you kiss him, you get the second date. I mean, that's just how it is. Then, of course, you limit your red flags. You focus on those things. You get 3 places at once. Bing, bang, boom, ladies. It's simple. You got a good date, okay? Simple as that, okay? So now I'm done with that. Maybe I can read the chat for once. Elliot only seduces. Maybe I can read the chat for once and see what you all have to say. Do you all like that? Is there anything you need me to tell you, ladies? Anything you need me to explain? I only seduce. I seduce a little here and there. Phone sex is only if you are in a committed relationship. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I mean, I like it either way. But you all get what I'm saying, though? See, I like that better. Kiss him after because I listened to another coach and I found out things didn't turn out good. Yeah, I agree. Don't listen to other coaches. I'm telling you. They don't know what they're talking about. You can hook up with him on a second date or a first date if you want, but you have to be a high value woman who knows she's high value, who just reeks of confidence. Again, reeks of this. I'm telling you, it's spilling through your pores. He wants the same thing as you. You know how to create design. Like you do all this perfectly 100%. You do that 100%. You do that 100%. And then, you sleep with him on the first date. And if he wants the same thing as you, then it's going to work out. Again, it happened to me, okay? So when, hey, right here. Sometimes that just works, though. Sometimes that just works. Yes, it does, Pepe Ann. It makes all the difference. I'm telling you, that kid, she asked, now, for people watching this who probably aren't on the stream, she asked, does it really make a difference to kiss a guy on the first date? It can make or break a first date. And the reason I say that is you break that barrier. The whole reason for a date, or the whole reason people court each other is to see the compatibility, okay? It's to see the attraction, see if the chemistry, tension, is to see if everything's there. Think of this as a nice little bow, the package, how it's packaged, okay? So you do all this, it's all great, it's all awesome, it's fun, great guy, he's filling you out. It could be great, but if it's not packaged well, I don't care what I'm sending you. You're not going to want it, right? I can get you flowers, but the flowers are dead. You're going to be like, well, what the hell are these? Same thing here. This could all be great. If you have a good kiss at the end, it's packaging it all well, and it's going to want him wanting more, okay? I mean, that's just how it is sometimes. I know it sucks, but, I mean, it's the truth, hon. It's the truth. Is there any timeline for progression? What do you mean? You should always be progressing. Now, that doesn't mean, when I say progressing, it doesn't mean moving forward. There's always a way you could do it. You can always progress you could do it by escalating, touch, laughing at what he's saying, being, again, it does, don't think of it always going like this, right? Like you always have to be coming on to him, because if that's the case, then you're just going to come off needy and clingy, okay? And I know you don't want to do that. But instead, if you're just in the moment, having fun, having a good conversation, all that kind of stuff, it's moving forward, okay? That basically. Don't think of it as I got to keep on doing A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Nah, I mean, you just if you're just in the moment, then you're going to have it. So is there a timeline for progression? I would say no. Yes and no. Are you asking if you're doing it too late? If that's the case, then it just comes down to attraction. Think of as attraction here, right? And escalation and progressions inside it. If he still has the attraction, then you can still do it. I haven't got the third date. All I did all of the, but not kissing. We're still texting. Well, if you kissed him, you might have had the third date. Elliot looks like a teacher. I don't know about that. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk, girl. To win him over in person, do you mean you need to meet in person before you decide on a date? Stupid question, but I just needed to clarify. No, that's not a stupid question at all. I always say, here's what I mean. No, you want to get the date first. That doesn't mean you win him over. That means you basically, he's interested, okay? Automatically assume that he's interested if he's going on a date with you. Automatically assume it because he's going on the date, okay? Don't be a negative Nancy. Just think, he likes me. He said yes, okay? So when you do that and you get the actual dates, you win him over. I'm talking about long term. You build depth. See, right now, you're kind of floating up here. Nothing's grounded. Nothing's secure. You're feeling each other out. So you get the actual date, okay? And then when you're on the date, that's when you can actually win him over and have him build attraction and him think, wow, I really like this girl. I want more, okay? You win him over. You basically hook him in. Oh, shit, it's a big one. Oh, shit. Like, right? You got that big guy coming in. You got that big fish, okay? So, yeah, that's. I hope that kind of explains it. With my kisses, I won him. Hey, that's true, girl. Will you Snapchat the board later, Elliot, so I can screenshot? I'll do it right now. Hold on, I'll Snapchat the board right now. I'll Snapchat the board for you right now. I don't know if you can. I don't know why you want me to Snapchat. You can't just screenshot it right now. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this. Oh, sorry, I bumped into that. Sorry, guys. But hold on. My phone's about to die too. That's not good. You better hope I send it before 5. Okay, hold on. I got you, girl. Elliot doing shit on the fly, man. Elliot doing shit on the fly. That's how I do it, man. I don't play around. Do I look like someone who plays around? There we go. Okay, let's see what else you gotta say. I put it on Facebook. Come on, y'all killing me, man. I can maybe put this on Facebook too. I'll put it. Do you really need this? I don't think y'all need it. This live stream's gonna go up. You can watch it again. I'm tuning in late. Oh, Jerry, you missed a lot. Come on, girl, you missed a lot. I always let the guy progress it along, the masculine to my feminine. That's true. That could work if he does it. That's true. That's very true. That could do it. I never failed to crack you. Oh, what's up? What's up, Trouble? Michelle's here. We got Trouble here. Hey, you gotta kiss him. You gotta kiss him, man. I'm telling you. Kiss him. It makes all the difference. Women, you don't understand, man. That makes all the difference, okay? It really does. It's everything. It really is everything. So, I'm gonna end it short. I just wanted to make a video. Hey, do you guys want me to make my videos like this now on, like live stream videos with a board in the back? Like, what do you want me to do? Hey, what's up, Bonnie? Troublemaker. Bonnie, you are trouble. How's the best dating coach on the planet? I don't know. He's okay. He's okay. He's great. Can't screenshot with your big head. Damn, really? Here, go ahead and screenshot it. Oh, you got it? Talk about my big old head. Look. Really? Really? Damn. Talk about my big ass head. Yes, this will be up for later viewing. Natural. So you guys want the board now on? Type of 1 if you want the board. Hey, Tassie, do we have a phone session tomorrow? I know I got some phone sessions coming up. Okay, well, I'm going to let you all go then. That was fun. I actually like the board too myself. I don't know what I'm going to have in future vids, But we will see. Hold on. Let me see here on live stream. Okay, so you all like the board. Okay, I'll keep the board. Okay, so with that being said, ladies, I love you. Take care and peace.